this episode, we'll be talking about innovative teaching methods and the future of education. You're with me, Tandiwe Machinjiri, and
Eunice Mwasi.
The first question is, what role do technology and digital tools play in shaping innovative teaching methods today?
In my thought, I think technology and digital tools enhance innovative teaching by providing interactive and engaging resources. They allow personalized learning experience and facilitating communication between students and teachers. For example, we can see as of now, teachers and students can easily I think the communication is there in terms of they send the assignments through emails. They can also have their classes online. The interactivity is there. They can also give out suggestions through WhatsApp. They can send the messages to their teachers.
Class groups.
Yeah, you see. So I think because technology has been innovated and it keeps innovating, it keeps evolving,
Keeps on getting better.
So there's good interactivity
Between
and the teachers and the students. And also we can see as of now in most universities they use projectors. As they're using projectors, students have the free will to use phones to Google something if something is not being corresponded well. So I think that brings in a better relationship between the teachers and the students, because the technology is
advanced. That's true. How can personalized learning experiences be effectively implemented in classrooms?
Personalized learning can be implemented through adaptive learning software that tailors lessons to individual students' needs, allowing them to progress at their own pace and also focus on areas where they need more help. For instance, students can as of now on YouTube, there are a lot of tutorials about course programs that other people are doing.
Economics.
You see? So as someone is finding it hard in class to understand something, at their own free will, they can go
visiting the tutorial websites
and then watch those things. A lot of videos, a lot of them. So that brings in a better relationship, a better understanding of what they're doing. And also, as I have said, I have said about through adaptive learning software and tailors of lessons about students' needs. I think students may be going to their teachers to actually ask about some other things that they do not understand. Can bring in an understanding for them as they're doing their programs. I don't know, what are your thoughts about it?
I think the advancement of technology is really helping a lot, because you've already said for a student who's having problems in economics, they can simply visit websites on YouTube that provide tutorials concerning economics.
It's very true.
And the tutorials, I think they even provide more information, and the tutorials really help a lot.
Very true. And we can also see this good development that has come in about using ChatGPT or artificial intelligence, whatever they call it. I think this is much more better, because as for students, there are some other topics or some other modules that we don't really understand. So even if teachers explain them to us, we don't really grasp what they're actually saying. So when we use AI, sometimes they do bring out English, but you can understand something, because
sometimes they also simplify it for the students.
You see, because you ask what you really want, and the computer will give you the information that you want. Other than asking the teacher, maybe he might listen in another way,
another angle,
and then respond the things that you didn't want to hear. So I think this is much more better, and it's bringing good future for in the education sector.
What do you think are some successful examples of project-based learning in different educational settings?
Successful examples of projects could include STEM. STEM projects where students work on real-world problems.
Yeah, that's true.
there are a lot of problems out here, so I think STEM brings in a good development that students can actually work on those problems simply because they have learned and they know how to eradicate such problems. I don't know, what are your thoughts on STEM?
Not STEM exactly, but art projects that integrate history and culture.
Oh, yeah.
And even community service initiatives that encourage civic engagement.
That is very true. For example, someone doing community development or someone doing engineering, I think they have hands-on experience of what developing the community or engaging in civic works,
and even the approach, how they are supposed to approach the citizens that are found in the communities.
Very true. They have the capabilities, the skills that they need. So I think that's much more better, like working on real world problems that would really help.
How do collaborative learning environments impact students' engagement and outcomes? What do you think?
I think collaborative learning environments encourage teamwork and communication among students.
That's very true.
And that's a very big that's a very vital thing for students.
A very huge factor, a very important one.
Because students need to be collaborative regardless of where they're coming from, the issues that they have with themselves. Students need to share ideas because one cannot do school by themselves.
Coming together really works.
Yeah, because as we're coming to school, the teacher is sharing us his ideas. So as students, we listen and we come up with our own ideas. So you cannot just keep those ideas to yourself. You need to share them with your friends. As you share them with your friends can also come up with other ideas that they'll share with you, and with those ideas you can eradicate problems. For example, you can end hunger. How can you end hunger? By bringing in simple irrigative methods, or bringing in some other developments that might come in.
Maybe even producing some maize varieties that are maybe resistant to what can we call
pests and diseases.
And even plants that can stand a long time without being watered. I think togetherness brings a very good outcome. Sharing ideas and working together on a project really helps students.
It really helps students, and it also helps other students that do not understand in class to actually grasp other things that they don't understand.
Other concepts.
Because there are other students that cannot go direct to the teacher and ask. They are afraid of teachers. So as they go to other students, they feel more comfortable and they listen more because they're capable of asking, I do not really understand what you're trying to say. The student will keep on explaining until their friend has understood the question they were asking. So teamwork is really good because it helps to bring in good development in the country. We can give examples of companies. Companies is teamwork because someone knows how to do IT things, someone knows how to do accounting,
someone is a writer, someone is a graphic designer.
Yes, someone does other things. So all these people come up with their own ideas and they bring them together, and when they bring them together, they come up with something very big. So as students, I think teamwork is really good because it will help us come up with good projects that will help the environment, that will help the future, and bring in sustainable development to the coming years.
All right. What strategies can educators use to incorporate social-emotional learning into their teaching?
On that, I think you should start first.
I think educators can incorporate social-emotional learning by integrating activities that promote empathy, self-regulation, and relationship skills into the curriculum, along with providing a supportive classroom environment.
Okay, that's very good. That's a very good concept to bring in at schools, because I think if people can be doing, like they say, teamwork, if people can be coming in do certain activities together, it would bring in what a cooperation, a good social economy, emotional environment.
Exactly.
Because, for example, there are social clubs, there are church clubs in most of the schools. Those clubs help students to bring in their thoughts, whatever they're passing through, and other students can actually help them. So I think this social emotional learning can actually be good, because it will help other students to bring in their thoughts or worries that they've been having, because we all come from different families, you know.
Exactly.
We all come from different backgrounds. We don't know what our friend is passing through. We don't know what they've been passing through over the years. And they come to school and you just speak anyhow, because sometimes we students just speak as if we don't even know what we're speaking about.
And some even speak as if we're all coming from the same background, same house.
Yeah.
Not even thinking that maybe my friend can be going through something that is so hard, so difficult.
Very true. Even some people, it's not even about speaking, but for example, let's say in boarding schools, a lot of boarding schools, it's not like every child comes from a good family. There are other students that come with a lot of food,
a lot of groceries,
and good clothes. Other students that see that, maybe the other person might not even speak about it, but by themselves they feel inferior. They feel in some type of way. You see,
they feel as if they're not enough,
and they start stressing and not passing in class. So that brings in a very bad emotions to them. So I think working on such things, for example, in a lot of Catholic schools in Malawi, they say that when you bring in groceries, everyone should bring sugar, peanut butter. I don't even think they allow peanut butter.
They don't. It's only sugar, soap.
Everyone should be equal. You should shave your heads. Everyone should come with uniform. No clothes from home. School shoe. That's all.
They also provide the school shoes.
You see, that is very good. So
they also provide bed sheets, salt.
Yeah. They provide a lot of things, so I think that is much more better. If a lot of schools, even the private ones, would be doing that, it would really help. Even though they say that if my child is going to a private school, it's because I'm paying by myself, it's a lot of money, what. But we do not know other kids that are going there. Some are being paid by what?
Organizations.
Yeah, you see, so
that are only sponsoring them, only school fees.
You see, and no accommodation fees, so it makes them feel in such type of way. Some have low self-esteem.
Exactly.
So that low self-esteem makes them to actually go into bad things, go into some other bad things, so that they can just fit in with others. So I think bringing in some social-emotional learning skills or learning something, it would really help to bring in a good environment for all students and everyone at the school.
I think the Catholic schools have a very good strategy, because that strategy equalizes them.
Yeah, very true.
Nobody is above the other. They all have the same level.
Yeah.
They all have the same uniforms. They all have the same hairstyles. Same uniforms. I think
everything is the same.
Everything is the same, so it helps them to not feel inferior, and maybe the others boast about it, but I think something that you just hear is different from something that you see.
Yeah, that's
seeing
very true.
Someone with Lays or packets of biscuits and sweets is different from just hearing about the packets of Lays, packets of sweets.
Yeah, that's true.
And it also helps. I think that strategy is a very good one, because even on the VDs, you see some parents. I think this thing is very common in private secondary schools, where parents come even without the permission. They just come to leave food for their children.
That's very true.
While in government schools, more especially Catholic schools, they have days. And I think all parents in Catholic schools, maybe they all manage to come, because I think it's once a month, right?
Yeah, once a month. Sometimes it's once per term.
Really?
Just once. Yes, I remember this other Catholic school. I've forgotten the name, but they were saying that the whole 3 months, parents are only allowed to come once. Meaning that if they don't come, they will never come again. And they do not allow any parent to just come, I just wanted to give my child this. No, it's not allowed. So that's actually very good, because some other students, in all those months, their parents will still not come. So this month they should not come, the next month, the other month, it makes them feel in some type of way. So I think bringing in that thing makes the students concentrate more on school. You see, so because they don't feel inferior, or they don't think about, oh, my friend has this, oh, my friend has that. They just focus on studying and making the future for themselves.
There's a question again. How can we ensure that innovative teaching methods are accessible to all students, regardless of their background?
On that, I think to ensure accessibility, schools can provide resources like assertive technology, differentiated instructions, and professional development for teachers to meet diverse students. This could be, let's just differentiate our school from, other schools from other schools. Private universities and government universities, they have the different ways of functioning.
Even different policies.
You can go to a private university. You see that there are a few resources there. Maybe a few computers, the library is small, a few books in there. But if you go to a public university, you're going to find everything is there, because it's sponsored by the government. You see, but we can also see that sometimes the private university, they also provide a very good quality education, because since people are paying money, it's not like every private university gives out loans and whatever they call it. So since people are paying the money, they give in higher education. They make sure that the people there learn properly. You see. And also, some other private institutions do not even provide good working environments. Good learning environments. We can also go to the secondary schools. As you can see, and mostly in secondary schools, the government schools are not well constructed.
That's true.
It's only the private schools that provide higher quality education. And we can see that someone from a government school and from a private school, private secondary school, they have their own different way of speaking English, and that's what differentiates them. A lot of people that have learned in the government school, their English is actually on the average level, other than others that have gone to the private institutions, to the private schools. So I think in Malawi, differentiation just comes in. If you're learning at a government school, it's not actually something to be proud of, unless it's a university.
Maybe.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
My take is also the same. On number 7, in what ways can gamification enhance the learning experience for students? What is gamification?
Gamification.
Gamification is the process of incorporating game-like elements into non-game contexts like education or businesses to enhance engagement and motivation. Gamification also involves using features such as points, badges, leaderboards, challenges and rewards to encounter participation and make learning more enjoyable.
Okay.
And I think by applying these game mechanics, educators can create a more interactive and dynamic learning environment, which can also motivate students to achieve their goals and stay committed to their tasks.
Very true.
Yeah, that's all.
So yeah, I think that's very true on gamification. The meaning of gamification, because as you can see in a lot of secondary schools, they give badges to prefects. If you're an entertainment prefect, they give you a badge. If you're a head girl, they give you a badge, so that you should feel, you feel some type of value in yourself, and you do your duty as you should be doing it. Because when people see you, they see the badge and they know, she's an entertainment prefect. Then they come to you, this week we wanted to do somewhat mock wedding or disco or whatever they want to do that weekend. So I think that motivates the students to commit to their tasks.
That's
and
true.
Help the school function properly and bring in good results at the end.
The other question is, before the other question, I wanted to bring more comments about gamification.
Okay.
Gamification also enhances learning by making lessons more engaging through game-like elements. And I already said the game-like elements involve rewards, challenges, and even competitions, which can motivate students to participate actively.
Okay.
I think by bringing in rewards, maybe if you be smart, if you be making your bed in a neat way, then you'll be rewarded with a badge, and you'll be maybe a sanitation prefect. If maybe you're also smart and you have all the qualifications, maybe you'll be a healthy prefect, a health prefect. If you be participating in sports, you'll be a sports prefect. Entertainment, maybe if you be attending in some different clubs such as drama club, art, maybe you'll be an entertainment prefect.
That's
so
very true.
I think these games, the main aim is for them maybe to give interest to the students, maybe in integer you can call it kwakola, to participate more, maybe in being smart
and doing other tasks.
Yes,
properly.
just to.
And like my cousin, she's in primary school though, but she's a very smart girl.
Really?
Very smart. So I remember last term they were giving out gifts to students. So she just studied at that school. So they were saying, we'll give out to a few students that we see have potential. So as for her, they give her They give her money and a certificate of sanitation, meaning she's smart.
That's very nice.
She makes sure she looks very nice, and she takes a lot of time preparing for school.
Really?
You even say, even do what she do, but she always makes sure she combs her hair, she looks neat when she's going to school. So I think that she even got motivated as she was speaking. She was like, I'm very happy and I'll keep doing this and what. So that's very nice actually. Yeah.
So that's all about gamification.
Okay.
The other question is, how do educators assess the effectiveness of new teaching methods in improving student performance?
I think educators can assess the effectiveness of new teaching methods through students' performance metrics, feedback from students and parents, and mostly feedbacks from students and parents, because I think mostly, but it comes from parents, because if a child is doing poorly in class, I think a lot of parents do call the teachers that, how are you teaching? How are you teaching my child? She's just failing. What can be the ways of bringing in a solution to this? So that feedback really helps. And also sometimes the students can actually go to their parents. Most students do go to their parents and say, this teacher doesn't teach us nicely, this teacher is always rude, he doesn't listen to us. So as the parents are listening to that, they can also come to the school head teachers or school whatever position they have, and actually complain that this teacher doesn't do good to the students. And with that, they can know how to effectively assess the students. And also some other students do go to the teachers directly and tell them that, so I don't really grasp what you say. It's either maybe your English is too slang, or maybe you just don't explain well. So can you please change in this way, so that we should understand
get
more.
the information in a clear manner.
And sometimes the teachers can also observe the classroom's engagement and participation in things. And this is what every teacher needs to have. This skill needs to be with every teacher, because
That's a must-have.
because as a teacher you need to know how you need to observe your students. If my students are doing this, it means they're not listening. If the class is very quiet, it means the students are not listening. If my students are listening, they'll give in comments. If my students are bored with my class, they'll start sleeping. And if I'm not in the mode of teaching, my students will do this, such and such. So as a teacher you need to have observation skills. And also as teachers you really know that the students are actually grasping what I'm saying by the faces.
By their faces.
Because our faces actually do give questions that what is this
the
teacher
expressions really tell a lot.
What is this teacher saying? What is he saying? So as a teacher, I think you need to have observation skills, and they need to be there. They need to be there very much. Yeah.
How is the role of the teacher evolving in the context of modern education innovators?
The role of teachers is evolving to become more of a facilitator. And a guide, focusing on fostering critical thinking, creativity, collaboration among students, rather than just delivering content. I think teachers, because there's much more interactivity now, students have freedom now. As we already said, students have the freedom to speak what is in their mind. So
what they think of that particular topic.
So as this has come in, students now, the relationship between students and teachers is more strong than ever. And also we can see that teachers now have developed a skill of actually speaking nicely to the students, of actually adhering to what the students are complaining, because
hearing their thoughts.
Because it's them who build the future presidents. It's them who build the future CEOs. So if they teach them poorly, it's going to be bringing bad results and consequences in the future. So I think I think teachers also bring in, like I said, they bring in critical thinking, creativity and collaboration. Because most of the times, for example, in the universities, a lot of teachers just give us assignments and say, you need to work on this assignment. So that brings in a student's the student is capable of bringing in new ideas. They are capable of thinking, and they can collaborate with other students so that they can bring in something creative, because joining in ideas makes something look more creative. Even by yourself you can create something big, but when you join in ideas, it brings in something
a unique thing.
You see, so teachers are now bringing in the collaborating feeling, the collaborating, I don't know what I can bring it in.
Let me assist you. I think teachers also bring in that factor by assigning group assignments, group work, group assignments. Maybe assigning 3 girls and 2 boys, maybe to work on an assignment of graphic designing.
True.
Let's say 2 of these girls that have been assigned in the group know nothing about graphic designing. Then they're bringing in collaborations. Maybe the boys are not very good at colors. Then the other girls will make sure that the colors are adhered to, and they've chosen good and presentable colors. And in the process, the girls can also learn through maybe observing what the other guys are doing. So I think this factor brings a lot of collaboration and creativity, because one person can also bring in something creative, but the moment you guys share your thoughts, I think it helps, and it gives in space for you guys to create something, a unique object. Maybe that has never been brought about.
That's very true. I think the last question can be, what do you think could be some of the challenges that teachers face when adopting to these innovative teaching strategies, and if there are any solutions to them? What could be the solutions?
Solutions. Maybe making sure that when assigning the groups, should start with this point. The teachers should make sure that they're assigning the groups maybe with someone that already has an idea of what is going to happen in the assignment that the learners have been given, and maybe allocating different people that have different capabilities. Let me give an example of 5 people. Let's say out of 5 people, 2 are graphic designers, 2 are writers, and maybe the other one is just very good at editing. I think this helps to bring in different features and different factors that can help in moderating one compact thing that can be perfect.
Very true. Very true. Okay. Thank you very much. That's all we had in this episode. You're with me, Eunice Mwase, and
Tandiwe Majinjiri.